Amitabha Buddha welcomed my mother, who refused to call his name while alive. I am Kai Bing Lin. My Dharma name is Jing Lin. I stay in central Taiwan, a member of the Pure Land Society. As I have profound faith in the rescue of Amitabha Buddha, and I understand that every recitation is the call of Amitabha Buddha who wants to rescue me. That is why I become a full-time vegetarian and join the metta of voluntary work. But regretfully, I am unable to exhort my mother to have faith in the Buddha, to recite Namo Amitabha Buddha. My mother, Kai Chen Juan, a very traditional lady, is 81 years old this year, 2021. For her, the recitation of Namo Amitabha Buddha is for the deceased. That is why it is a taboo for her to hear the recitation of Namo Amitabha Buddha. My wife Jingru and I have tried all means to tell her about the goodness of Amitabha Buddha, but my mother does not like to hear this. She does not believe at all. Even when we switched on the Buddha recitation device, she would signal us to off it. I even brought her to join an Amitabha Buddha group cultivation to listen to the instructions of Dharma Master. She would only nod her head just to be respectful, but in her mind she refused to accept the teaching. I could only say she had not even recited Namo Amitabha Buddha once when she was alive. In the year 106, my mother had a fall and was sent to the emergency ward in the hospital. The doctor told us her brain was injured and she had lost the ability to recognize people. From then onwards, mother could not walk nor talk. Her brain had retarded to the stage of a child. She could not recognize anyone. Under such a circumstance, I had once felt that mother was indeed very heavy in offenses of this life, especially her refusal in Amitabha recitation. It looks as though there is simply no chance for her to attain a rebirth in the land of ultimate bliss. In the year 109, the second day of December, at around noontime, my mother was choked when she swallowed the egg roll. After sending her to the emergency ward, she had lost all signs of life. At such an acute situation, the doctor asked if I would allow him to insert the tubes and use the electric shock, trying to save her life. At that time, I was thinking that mother had been working hard the whole life. Now, at the old age, she was paralyzed. It was a real suffering for her. I remember once when she was still conscious, she had told me not to save her life in emergency. I only hoped that my mother would attain a rebirth calmly with honor. So I refused the doctor's suggestion and gave up all forms of emergency aid. At about 1:23 in the afternoon, mother passed away. As mother did not have faith in the Buddha when she was alive, my only wish is to conduct aided recitation for her for 8 hours. I hope to fulfill this final task as a son to show my love for her. Maybe Amitabha Buddha also heard my wish and the whole arrangement was carried out in the most supreme and perfect way. When my mother was sent to the underground room in the hospital for aiding recitation, Dharma Master Jingyan came swiftly to give instructions to her about Amitabha recitation. He guided my mother to seek a rebirth in the Western land. Later, he also made arrangement for 3 groups of Lotus friends to recite Namo Amitabha Buddha until 12 a.m. in the morning. The aided recitation was carried out perfectly. The next day, Master told me urgently about my mother's condition in kindness and compassion. He said, "The deceased who dwells in the body within 49 days will be confused and unsettled." So he advised me to recite more Namo Amitabha Buddha for mother so as to help her to leave sufferings to attain bliss. Besides, Master also arranged 2 sessions of aided recitation for mother before the funeral. I also joined in recitation in Amitabha Recitation Society every day. On the 9th day of December in the morning, the Lotus Friends came in groups to recite Namo Amitabha Buddha at the prayer hall. This was the first 7 days after the passing away of my mother. In the Amitabha recitation, one of the Lotus Friends by the name Kai Suzu, Dharma named Jingyan, saw an orange flower by the side of the colored clouds Buddha. The flower was flying about the image. She thought that this happened because of her blurred eyesight, so she closed her eyes to rest for a while. When she opened her eyes again, she saw the orange lotus, which became more distinct beside the Buddha image, emitting the shiny bright lights. She said that she had never seen such a beautiful flower before. It stayed there for about 3 minutes, but those by her side did not see. In the morning, the 13th of December, Master Jingyan came personally to conduct the goodbye ceremony for mother. We sent her off by reciting Namo Amitabha Buddha. At that time, my Indonesian maid Aya, who has the spiritual eyes, personally saw Mother sitting on a lotus in the air. She was very well dressed. She came to say goodbye to her and thanked her for taking good care of her when she was ill. Aya cried and said, "No, Aya did not take good care of Grandma." At first I thought Mother had no affinity with the Buddha because of her stubborn character. She did not believe in the Buddha and refused to recite the Buddha's name.